Before you go to college, watch this video. I'm going to talk to you guys about what I believe you need to consider first before accepting a career and before going to college. Stay tuned. Hey guys, it's Will from William J Online, and today I want to talk to you guys about what I believe you need to consider before you go to college or before you go into any career, because a lot of us don't really realize what we're getting ourselves into when we pick a career. More specifically, what I want to talk about today is why I think your only option should not be college. I really do think you should have a plethora of options as far as your career. Reason being is because the days of, if you're a millennial watching this, our parents telling us that we need to go to college, or in some cases the military, but most of the time college, in order to have a career and survive and get paid money and succeed in life, right? That was the way. And to be fair, back then that was a very good way to get an education, to get a lifestyle, to get money, to get a good living. True. And they used to work back in the day when, people went to college and got good jobs and got good degrees and everything worked out. So from that time period, a lot of us have been told all we have to do is go to college and we'll be okay. We'll get a job as soon as we walk across that stage and everything will be fine. Well, the world isn't really like that anymore. You see, there are so many options nowadays that can work for so many occupations and careers, and college is not the only one. There are many other options nowadays, especially in this world, this sea of information, free information. In fact, in some places, you can just go ahead and get an education, learning, a lifestyle, some kind of knowledge base, and be really good at something, work really hard to get where you want to go, and have a lot of doors open to you. So here's what you need to consider before you go to college. You need to consider what it is you want to do after you accomplish the milestone of achieving this knowledge or education to go into the career you want to go into. That means college isn't the only one. You need to look at this. You need to look at what doors will open for you, or what doors you want to open when you go into your career. Because a lot of people have this misconception. If I go to college, I'll get a good job, period. But there are actually a surprising number of people, and not just people, but people in places where they get a college degree and then they don't get a job out of college. In fact, there are some colleges that have an average negative return on their investment, meaning they go to college and the money that they earn or get back is actually lower than the amount of money they spent to go to college. Now, that's college. There are many other ways. I mean, trade school, military, there's mentorships, apprenticeships. I can't name all of them right now, but there are plenty of them, and college is not the only one anymore. There are many other ways. So what you want to do or try to figure out is what you will get as soon as you get the milestone for having this education or this certification or this, trades certificate. You need to consider what you're getting after you have that. So what do you want to do? What do you physically want to do? What do you want to see yourself as in your lifestyle? You have to consider, what am I getting after I receive this education, after I get this information? You want to research that lifestyle, because here's the thing. If you're just out there throwing your cards out on the table, you don't care if there's two of a kind or a pair or three of a kind, you want to find out what it is that you're going to have when you get out, because most people don't really consider that. They just kind of go to college and they expect to have a job as soon as they graduate college, and they don't care what degree they get. They go to college and they just get a degree, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. They get disappointed on themselves. They kind of resent college, and they have this big old stack of loans that they have trouble paying back because they have this degree, but where's the job, right? So what you want to consider is what happens after you get your degree. So think about what it is that you want to do with yourself, how you want to make money, how you want to make a living. And if you look at that, then I really do believe you'll have a better idea at what you should go into school for. In fact, going through school or going through any program to get your lifestyle that you want, you're going to be doing a lot of things that you don't want to do. And through the whole process, you're not going to be doing everything that you want to do or everything that has to do with what you're going to be doing all the time. So even me, when I was in college, my core classes were just things I already knew. I passed them with flying colors. It was easy. But my actual major classes didn't come to my junior year of college. But for you, it might be something else that you may not want to do in the beginning, but you'll have to do in order to get that education that you want. But here's the thing. When you get into it, make sure that when you're doing it, you just, eat all that, but you also know that once you finish, you have the eyes on the prize and you know where you're going to go and you know who you're going to be when you do get out of this program. Because here's the thing. If you want to have XYZ lifestyle, doing XYZ things, you're going to have to do some amount of work to get that lifestyle or fund that lifestyle or be in that lifestyle or be accepted in that lifestyle. You'll have to do that. Unfortunately, that's just how the world of trade works. You trade your time for money, you trade some skill for money, some business for money. There are many ways to get money in the world, but what is it that the lifestyle that you want is going to give you? What is it that you want out of life? What is it that you want to do? Not just what you want out of life, but what is it that you want to make a living off of that earns you money, more particularly. So if you look into that and find out what it is you'll get or do after you get your education or go to the program, consider that and then go after that with everything you got. Work hard to get there and be that person and become that person, and you will be just fine. Now, how do you know what you want to do after you finish college or you finish a program? Well, the thing is, it's not very conventional the way I'm about to tell you on how people find out what they want to do, but it can also be very hard. There are many blog posts out there, many videos that'll tell you how to find life passion, how to figure out what you want to do. Yes, of course, but I think, in my personal opinion, these three things I'm about to tell you are the things you need to consider if you want to find out exactly what it is that you should do with yourself in order to make a living, make money. Well, first qualification, it need to be something that can actually make money. In fact, I think most of us millennials, most people in general, should invest in things that are industrious. And when I say industrious, I mean things that have a constant need, a constant demand, and all you need is people to supply it, and people who supply will get money in exchange for their product. Industry means like things that will sell, such as gas, real estate. Let's see, engineering services, contractors, consulting. What else is an industry? Industries. Just think of industries. Have it be, cell phone accessories. Have something that you want to sell or something that you want to do as a service to get money in exchange. Doctors, be a doctor. You can be a lawyer. I mentioned engineer. You have many other things. You have psychiatrists. You have social workers. All that kind of stuff. So make sure something industrious that will actually earn consistent, constant money over time and have a need in the community somewhere. That's your best, safest bet. You can always do something else that's kind of more non-industrious, more so passion-driven, but that's all on you. I'll let you figure that out. But I think what you need to figure out are these three things I'm about to tell you. So number one, what do you find yourself that you know the most about? What do you find yourself knowing the most about? What do you know the most about? You need to figure out what that is. How much do you know about something? It doesn't have to be what you've been, growing up with, but what is it that you can just endlessly talk about and you research on the computer all the time? You may even go talk to your friends, grab with your friends about it. Whenever you get on the subject to a stranger, you'll just talk to the stranger and talk to the stranger about it. What is it that you know a lot about? That you just find yourself having a lot of knowledge about for no reason? It's something that you just genuinely have a genuine passion to talk about. What is that one thing? Number two, the people that you hang out with every day. What do they know a lot about? What do they do a lot of? What do they give to the community as a service in exchange for their lifestyle or their money, their career? Consider this. If you go into a lifestyle, you're going to want to have support. And support is so important when it comes to your lifestyle. It's so important, support. If you have the support to do that, and it's not just your coworkers, not just your business partners, but people around you, your friends, your family, your neighbors, you have to kind of consider what is it that they know about mostly. And if they are the people that you hang out with the most, then yeah, you might want to consider what they know the most about. Okay? And then number three, what do you find yourself doing most of the time? What do you do in your spare time all the time? Not just your hobbies and not just your, little side things here and there, but what do you just find yourself doing? Especially if it's something that you found yourself doing over and over again throughout your life. Like you do something and you find something else to do as a hobby or an interest, and then you come back to it. And then you find something else to do, and then you come back to it again. What is that one thing? What is that one thing that you find yourself doing? Or even, what is that you find that you do that you are just surprisingly good at? You know, you just find yourself doing it and you're just good at it. In fact, people compliment on you on how good you are at it. For example, me, when it comes to mental math, I can multiply numbers pretty quickly in my head. People notice that. So that's why I chose the lifestyle that I have, you know? Or have it be something like with you, someone just notices that you're really good at memorizing numbers, or you're really good at memorizing names, you're really kind to people. Have it be you are really good at taking care of people, or you're really good at selling things to people. Have it be you're really good at just, if you're good at physical activity, you're really strong. You know, you're a really good driver. What is it that they say that you're really good at? What is it that you find yourself being really good at that you do in your spare time or even at your current job? Whatever that might be may have something to do with the lifestyle that you want to have, especially if it's something that you do like all the time, all the time. Now, of course, you can go on another blog post and they might tell you there are many, many other ways to find out what your life's calling is or what you want to do as your passion. But this is just my 2 cents today. That's my 2 cents about how you should go about finding out what you need to do with your career, especially if you're thinking about going to college. If you're thinking about going to college, great, that's good. But also, before you go to college, consider what you want to do after you graduate from college. Don't just expect a degree. Look into what it is you're going to get after that degree is finished. What doors will open for you? Also, too, a job or a career won't just fall in your lap. You have to work for it. You have to put in the work, put in the action, do all you can to actually achieve that. In fact, in my degree, only 10% of the mechanical engineers that started with me graduated. 10% of us got mechanical engineering degrees. Yeah. So you gotta work. You have to be that person to actually want it, okay? You can't just go out here and be entitled or lazy and expect things to be given to you. That's not how the world works anymore, and that's not how it'll ever work, in fact. So the bottom line is this. The lifestyle or career you want, make sure you know that after you get into that lifestyle, it is what you want, and you actually find a way to get into that lifestyle, cross that bridge, and pass through that door. You're trying to find the means to get there. So if that's college, great, but it doesn't have to be college. I'm not saying don't go, but I'm just saying consider what it is that you realistically want to do with yourself if you want to go to college or if you don't want to go to college. Because nowadays, in the 21st century, we have options. So all I'm saying is consider your options. Consider your options. Consider the ways you have to get to where you want to be. Because I'm sure we all have that friend, or we even might be that friend, where we have a boss or superiors at our current job who are in higher positions than we are for the degree that we worked so hard to get, that don't have a degree. And they earn, I don't know how much more than we earn. So if you already have it figured out, great. Go to college, do what you got to do, go where you want to go, put in that hard work, stand out, get it done, do your work, and be awesome. But if you haven't, that's okay. We all have time, but our time is limited, so make sure you do understand that, hey, if you want something, define what it is, figure it out, but also find the means to get there. Because it's not a matter of what you want to do after a while, it's a matter of how can you go do it. Ask that question, answer it. Find the answer. Find the specific answer. Once you have that, have a plan. Have a plan, execute. After you execute, live. Okay? And then maintain. That's a big deal too. I forget who said the saying, but the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So make sure you have a plan in mind to get where you want to go. Okay? Where you want to be exists. It's out there and it's waiting for you. But you have to figure out what is that you want to get. Alright guys, well that's the end of this video. I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, hit that like button, and if you didn't like it, well, you can hit the other button, which you might as well hit the like button because you're awesome. And if you haven't already, you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel for more motivation stuff, more car stuff, reviews, other random stuff that I do on this channel. I quite don't have a niche yet, but this right here is something I like to talk to other people about. So yeah. Thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya, and good luck.